needles, phobia for drugs, phobia for anything medicine. So how they've been able to live through their lives without visiting these places or taking this injection, nobody can take that away from you. You are indeed qualified. But before you resume duty, you need to go for some testing. It may seem quite awkward, but for some roles like that of being a domestic staff, some employers will insist that all their domestic staff members should go and test for things like HIV, hepatitis, any of these diseases that they feel may most likely be transferable or transmitted to them, or they could be at risk if someone with these kind of diseases is within the same space as they are. And if you're going to work long term, then it's important to them. Or maybe you work in the food and hospitality industry. You're going to handle customers' food. Maybe you are in a manufacturing company that produces beverages. You produce canned foods. You produce snacks. It may be important that you get tested for some of these things. Not because maybe if you get tested, you wouldn't get the job, but just so that people around you can take precautionary measures. Sometimes there are some industries that will not want to employ an asthmatic patient because of the environment. I can imagine someone who is going to walk around a dusty area. A construction site may not be a good place for an asthmatic person. So if you come and it's proven, or you have been tested, or you have been diagnosed with asthma, sadly, that company may not take you. Sometimes they're not taking you because of your condition. They're taking you because they are not equipped for an emergency should you, in line of duty, get into any crisis. I need to clear us on that one. Now, pre-employment medical examination are done after a conditional offer has been made, while fit for work testing emphasizes the individual's functional capacity in relation to the tasks and the risks of the particular job. Pre-employment medical examination focuses on the absence or presence of specific medical conditions prior to taking up a job role. It basically shows if the prospect has any underlying medical condition that may hamper their performance on the job or restrict them from delivering efficient performance in their workplace. Or it ultimately helps to ensure that the employee, their employer, their health and safety are optimal and not as any risks, as well as the safety of other employees or other people within the same environment. Now, this is where it gets quite dicey. Some people would rather want to be confidential with their ailment. They want to keep it a secret. An HIV positive person doesn't go like someone who has a skin disease, who they feel that they can be stigmatized if they open up about it, may not go about talking about it. So some organizations, when they employ, would want you to go to their preferred hospital. They cover the cost, and they want that information sent to them directly so they see it, and then HR makes a decision on it. I have a domestic help, by the way, and for some reason I felt the need to take her for certain medical examination because she was going to be around an infant. And it's only wise My infant's immunity is not as strong as mine, even though, yes, she has received some vaccination. It may not cover for all of the things that she probably will be exposed to from now up until when her immunity is top notch, as it were. So yes, I did that. And it sounded like I was asking for too much when I went to the lab. They couldn't understand why I was bringing a full-grown adult. But it was me that wanted the result. You would not carry the result and give to her. You would give it to me. Would you consider it an invasion of privacy if your employer wants you to be tested for certain diseases? Just to be sure. Just to take precautionary measure. Just to ensure that we are safe and you are safe. Just to ensure that this environment you're going to be working at, you are not going to be exposed to any risks. So it's sometimes not about you alone. It's about them. Sometimes it's because they are concerned for you that they want to know. But would you consider it an invasion of privacy? That's one. Two, have you ever been required to undergo any medical test prior to your employment at any organization or anywhere else? 070 0923 0923 070 0923 0923. Once again, 070 0923 0923. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. We are live on Twitter. Twitter handle is at Nigeria Info PH. Go there, watch us live, and be a part of the conversation by tweeting your response at us. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. When you call, a call screener is on standby to take your calls, and then she will pass you on to me in the studio. So when you call, the first voice you would hear will not be that of Denise. 070 0923 0923 070 0923 0923 is the number to call. And once again, WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Would you consider it an invasion of your privacy if your employer wants you to be tested for certain diseases? They want to do a full medical examination. They want to check everything, blood pressure, this one, and they want to have the results for themselves. Have you ever been required to undergo any medical test prior to employment?
On your talk station, the conversation never ends.
Let's hear from you once again. The number 070 0923 0923. If you're unable to get through to us via the phone line, to do note that you can actually send us a WhatsApp message. Send to the WhatsApp number, and I would read your messages. Do not call the WhatsApp line. Only type your messages and send. If WhatsApp is going to be a problem for you, You can try Facebook. Once again, the Facebook page is the Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Turn down the volume of your radio set as you call, and also ensure that you are audible so that we can hear you. Would you consider it an invasion of privacy, or let them just mind their business, I beg? What is their business? Why do they want to test me? What do they want to check? Is the testing supposed to have an effect on my capacity or my ability to do the job? I'm not sure anyone wants to have an employee that gets employed and before you know it, the person would collapse. I doubt it. I think even when, I don't know, for footballers, they have to be very, very genge to be able to play football. So some of these things are considered. Nobody wants to have an employee with a heart condition. Nobody wants to have an employee who would know about their status and still choose to be careless about it. Now, a WhatsApp message here reads, hold on, I'm trying to load it. Okay, I'll try to figure it out. It's not... I think I would need help here. Alright, so this is what's going to happen. We'll go on a commercial break. When we come back, the conversation continues. To stay tuned. Talk 96.3 Nigerian for FM. If you are just joining us, we're talking pre-employment medical examination. So you're being considered for a job, but you're required to undergo some medical examination or testing before you resume duty. And it may seem awkward to you, but there's some roles that these examinations are required. Some people require that their domestic staff members undergo such examinations. Others within the hospitality and food industry, you're going to be meeting with people every now and then. You're going to be touching consumables. They want to require these things. But would you consider it an invasion of privacy if your employer wants you to be tested for certain diseases? Now, this is how it works in some companies or some employers. The result is not sent to you because you're not the one that requested for it. The result is sent to them. They see the results before you do. And after they have seen it, they can then hand it over to you. Or they send you to their medical facility. They have registered medical facilities that you are sent to for those examinations or testings. But the overall aim is to know your medical condition, so that if you have any underlying medical condition, they also know if it would hamper your performance on the job or if it will restrict them from delivering efficient performance in the workplace. It also helps to ensure that the employees and the employer, the colleagues, they're not at any health or safety risk at all. But then again, for you, the individual who is required to undergo such testing, would you say, I don't want them to know, especially if you know that you have something? Or what is their business with my health status? Not be whether I want work should concern them. Why do they want to know if I have HIV? Why do they want to know if I have hepatitis? Why do they want to know if I am asthmatic? Why do they want to know this? And why do they want to know that? I don't want them to know. And them knowing is seen as, oh, these people are trying to invade my privacy. And then question number 2 is, have you ever been required to undergo any medical test prior to employment? Did you oblige? Or did you say, you know what? I beg. What do you people want to know for? For that reason, you left. 070-0923-0923 is the number to call. 070-0923-0923. And then the WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. On Telegram, greetings. Stephen Ibikis from Port Harcourt saying, going through a medical process for a job is a very good thing. It will even add as a plus to the job seekers because other hidden sicknesses other hidden, I think that's what you mean. Other hidden sicknesses can be found. Nobody should take an offense. The procedure is very good. For me, it's a plus and it's not an invasion. All right, thank you, Stephen. And this one says, hold on. For some reason, I don't know why, I can see the notifications for the messages, but sadly, I can't get them. Iboro from Boricree in Port Harcourt says, greetings, Denise. It hasn't been required of me because I'm self-employed. But if it was, I wouldn't consider it an invasion of my privacy because it's beneficial to both parties in the end. Secondly, if I'm in desperate need of the job and it's a part of the screening, what options do I have? Some jobs require that you exercise manual, like you have energy, you have strength. So they want to be sure that you are not weak. Those kind of jobs. If you're going to be doing some jobs where you're going to be required to carry heavy equipment, by short, from your physical look, they can tell that this one no get single power. No, they usually will look out for people with, is it 6 packs or something? Those are part of it. Sometimes they check for your fitness. Sometimes they can just tell you, run from here to there. And then they notice how you're panting and they say, this one no get strength at all.
Yeah.
Dakuko from Eche, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon, my good sister.
Good afternoon.
So let me tell you, my sister, you see the thing you're talking about is good for anybody who wants to be employed at any company. So we go to lab or whatever to test whether it's fit or not. But due to Nigerian today, it does not work unless man no man. There's people who have those things in body, but due to they know people They will employ them, forget about testing them, doing what all manner of things, screening them or whatever. They will not do it. The same thing now, that's the problem we are having. Because everything has been politicized with the people. They are using politics over it now to be playing. And don't tell you, there are people who are fit to do a job. Like I can remember for you, when I work at the Chevron, I was being tested, both swimming, everything, in Warri, before I was able to transfer to Chevron Tasam, where they call Chevron. Escavos. That's all about. Because the people don't do it, They play politics in anything. That's why everything is collapsing.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying the companies are not requiring these things from their prospective employees, or their employees are not willing to do this testing? Which one is which is which?
The companies are not longer doing it again because of man no man. That's what I'm telling you. They are not doing it, not the employee. The employee has nothing to talk. If somebody says, look at what I want to test you to verify whether it's true or not. If you are true, you have to go. So they are not doing it again. Job rest, man no man.
Okay. Dakoko insists that job is man no man. That is why people are not doing these things again. Now, let's not make this thing about companies. You own a shop. And you have somebody that sells at the shop. That's your employee. You are an employer. You own a boutique, and you have a salesperson. That's an employee to you. You have the waiters, the waitresses. You have the gatekeeper. You have your cleaner. You have the minder for your children. Yeah, I think I was having a conversation with someone and I asked, you were a minder at a school. How old were the children kept under your care? And the person told me some 3 years and all. I'm like, okay. So before you became the minder, did they tell you to go and run a few tests? Said no. And I felt it was risky not to have had her get tested. Because she was going to be around children. And in a split second, one careless action and we always say things like God forbid. But if you're going to be around children, it's very important that, if you're going to be around them for a long time. So it's not just about companies, multinationals, big organizations. As long as you have someone working for you, you don't be Oga, you don't be Madam. You pay this person's salary. So any job at all, any job, as long as you're getting paid, that's what I mean. So it shouldn't be a big company thing. Yeah, for some of these companies that will require you to exert physical effort and all that, they may want to be sure that you are physically fit. But away from that, it may just be standard procedure to know this staff member has this peculiar challenge or health challenge, and for that reason may not be required to perform XYZ duty. Now, if it is paramount that we need this staff member to perform XYZ duty, it only means that we shouldn't employ him or her in the first place, because due to this health condition, they will not be able to. It's as simple as that. I don't think anybody wants to use that information to sew agbada or to go and broadcast it or something. I don't know if you get what I mean. That's what I say when they say, come and get tested for this, come and get tested for that. You say, what's it concern you concern? Why are you asking me to go and get tested for this and that? That's what I mean. 070-0923-0923. 070-0923-0923. Once again, WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. On Twitter, we are at Nigeria Info PH. Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. And again, the Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Like I said, a call screener is on standby to take your calls, and then she would pass you on to me in the studio. I'm gonna quickly look at Facebook if we have some Facebook messages so that I would read them. On Facebook, Ike Chibuzo says, my kind of job, which is pipeline maintenance, you have to go for periodic medical checkup to know your fitness to work. If one is not fit, note he or she will not work, but with proper supervision. It's not an invasion of privacy, it's for everyone's good to avoid injury and death to the personnel. Unity S Super says, hi Didi, some company accept medical tests from anywhere. They don't mind if it is fake or not. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. 070-0923 0923 070-0923 and once again the WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. Yes, we are live on Facebook. Would you consider it an invasion of your privacy if your employer wants you to be tested for certain diseases? Have you at any point in time been required to undergo any medical test prior to employment? Did you go ahead with it? Did you decline? Was it a determinant for whether or not you will get the job? That's another thing to ask. If you say no, how would they test me? Oh yes, I just remembered something. I know some religion or some denominations do not permit certain things around the medical line. I know of some religions that do not permit, denominations that do not permit things like donating blood and all. So I don't know if they allow for their blood to be taken as sample to the lab. So that's another thing to consider. Okay, so if you're asked and you're probably one of the members of that denomination, do you tell them outrightly that, you know what, my church, we need to do like this, so for that reason you cannot test me? How did it go? We would like to hear from you. Keep the phone lines busy with your calls, and if for some reason you're unable to get through to the phone lines, do well to send a message. I would gladly read your messages. Nigerian Fur, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Joseph from Adama. I'm the football, the champion, the whole world. I'm here on everything for this country. So I can't get the same money for me.
All right, thank you so much. I don't think that call was for us. Apologies for that. Let's see. Like I said, we're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH on Twitter, and Facebook page again is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Okay, maybe I should ask the question in this other way. Would you like your employer to have these? Is it something you'd like your employer to know? Because what that means is, would you want your employer to know that, you see, sir, I would like to take this job, but the thing is, I have asthma. Sir or ma, I would like to take this job, but the thing is, I have HIV. Sir, ma, I like to take this job, but the thing is that I have a heart condition. I would like to take this job, but I have a flu. I don't know. You could possibly think of certain things. I don't think that it should be a determining factor for whether or not you get the job, but so whether or not it's a very important thing to do to prevent any risks at the office or work environment. Yes, Nigerian for good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Hello? Hello? At GP Flow on Twitter says, I was tested for every known disease before I was employed by my current employer. Someone who had HPV was dropped that very day. An employer ordinarily with due apologies should not employ somebody with chronic ailment. This is my personal opinion. Kenneth from Chantamadi says, in the oil and gas industry, it is required that every personnel does his medical fitness test before going to the rig. In one case, some of my colleagues forgot theirs and weren't allowed in the premises. They had to go back to their homes to get their medical fitness certificate before they were allowed in. To me, I feel organizations should require routine testing at least once a year. Kenne from Trans-Amadi. So I have a call from Clement. Clement is calling from GRA. Good afternoon to you, Clement. Welcome to the sunny side.
Hello, good afternoon, Judy.
Good afternoon.
I celebrate you.
Good afternoon.
Judy,
Go ahead.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, talking about medicals before employment or condition for employment. For me, I think a lot of companies, we know that they have these legal things that have to do with protecting, of course, their image and bringing somebody who will come and collapse in their premises during work hours has legal implication on them and all that. Just like in football, of course, we are going into the season where players will be moving from one club to another. And that same player that we saw in the previous season that was fit and healthy. For me, in those days, I used to say, but this guy, that's player today now. Why is he going to your club and you are taking him through medicals again? Meanwhile, you watch him play last week, and now you are taking him through medicals. But as time goes on, I got to discover that it depends on what they want. So you have to go through their kind of medical before they can hire you in their club. And I understood that different clubs have their own way of testing players. So bringing that to workplace, even to homes, the caregivers who is living one care, we know that, of course, we have seen that this person was working for Mr. A as a caregiver. Now he or she is coming to you. You still want that person to undergo another medical, So I think it's just to protect the family, if it's a caregiver, the company, if it's a staff, and what have you, to avoid stories that touch. And it's even good for the owner, for the person who is about to be employed too. I think a lot of us, like we say in Nigeria, do not go for medicals. Now, that's an opportunity to know if you are healthy and strong and you are capable of job.
Okay.
So that's my opinion.
Thank you so much, Clement. Mrs. Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Hope you're not going to talk about chicken this time around. There's no chicken crossing the road.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
It's important and necessary for employees to go through that process because of the work environment. One, to know your fitness. In some offices, ACs are on frozen temperature, which means they freeze there. And if your health is not good enough, you can't work in that kind of environment. And they will not shut or off the AC because of you. We can't do that here. In some environments, there might be dusty, maybe because of this manufacturing or production environment. And miss all the kicks. Either you are hot inside or inside. So your medical is necessary. And in some departments, we need your fitness mentally. So can you cope with the mental tax of that department? Can you stand the pressure? Can you work under without the supervision or stress or whatever? That's why a medical is needed. And to know your fitness, not that every 2 months you fall sick, you are asthmatic, you are this one, you are that one, you are prone to contagious diseases. You come any infection, might be the first person with the carry them. You carry them come office, come spread them. No. We want to know your immune system. I think it's necessary. And if I should also narrow the conversation, this should not only be done in our workplace, even in our homes, even in the churches, we should practicing it also.
Hey!
Let us know your medical fitness. Can you stand? How many hours can you stand to pray?
Please. Which one is can you stand to pray? I don't understand.
No, see, this way.
Is prayer a job description? Are you supposed to be...
It might not be a job description, but you might be standing for a period.
I see.
A period. Okay, from some offices, you might go and photocopy this. As you another person, they send you, help me photocopy this one. You are standing for the past 10 minutes. You are standing. Can you stand for the next 20 minutes? So these are the reasons why this fitness medical reports are needed so that we can be able to ascertain the individual. If they can work in this environment, we cannot absorb them or take them somewhere else. So I think that's why companies run on such documentation.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Mr. Zion. Another message on Facebook. This one is from Wanchuku, and it reads, "For me, it's good to let your boss know your physical condition of health." On WhatsApp, this message reads, "Greetings, Ma. My religious beliefs does not permit blood transfusion, but we do take quality medical care, which includes blood sample. If my employer requires me to do medical tests before employment, I will accept. Joseph Ebana from Eliozu." Another one reads, "We do not accept blood transfusion, but we do all other medical tests involving blood, as long as it has nothing to do with transfusion. I was medically examined before I got my bank job. Personally, if I have such diseases, I will not want my employer to know. But if it's a compulsory exercise and I have diseases such as HIV and hepatitis, I'd rather not get the job than expose my health condition." Whew. Well, that would be a case of managing information. It's one thing to require these examinations. It's another thing to be confidential about the results of these examinations. I don't think HRO should go about telling people, you see that girl was just employed today. She has HIV. She has this one or that one. She has. I don't think they should do. If they do that, I think they can be sued for it. You should ask. While they require from you, the onus lies on you to also ask, what is this information going to be used for? Why is it required? Now, a message here reads, very important to know your health status. Like my friend that employed a nanny, she asked the lady to go for HIV test and other tests, are very important, and it is not invasion of privacy. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversations today on the sunny side. As every other conversation on Nigeria Info, this one comes to an end now. I did have a great time with you from the very first hour up until this moment, but it's time for me to say my goodbyes. Do well to follow us on all social media handles at Nigeria Info PH on Twitter. On Instagram, it is at Nigeria Info FM _PH. Our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at _Denise, that's DENISE _Dennis, that's DENNIS. Follow my Facebook page, Denise Dennis, and follow my Facebook account, Denise Dennis Wallo. I'll be back here same time tomorrow on the sunny side. Rivers Today comes up at 3 p.m. and thereafter Hat Facts with Kaladakoru Batamo. Adios.